Hi everyone. So still in this startup journey. Last time I talked about building a web app and I mentioned why I was doing a web app instead of a native app. And yeah, I think there's a video on that. But I learned the hard way that in my case, in my idea, my scenario, it's better to do an actually native app. And I can prove that. So just a quick summary on that. I built an application, a grocery shopping list. I know there's many of those. I have some ideas, some vision for this though, so I'm doing it for fun, but also I'm doing it to help other people, like improve the experience. Anyway, the whole reason I did it on web as a web app is because first of all I was more knowledgeable on that. Like I never built a mobile app, native app using Swift or whatever Android uses, and it seemed easier to go that route, and I did. But when I released it, and it was a pay app too, so you could use it for free or you can pay to use some premium features, and it was not smooth because like basically the experience was that you will have to go to your browser, type grocery.solucion.1. I know it's a long name for the domain, and many times the user will have to sign in, like enter the credentials like email and password, or just sign in using like another service like Google, signing with Google. Anyway, the idea, like the experience, was too many steps, especially if you're in the grocery shopping, you just want to pull the list and get going. So I try not to be biased, and I noticed that it was not the best, so I took a step back and I was like, okay, native app sounds like the best case, so how do we do that? I started looking into different frameworks. I ended up using Flutter over React Native. I think there's more now. And keep in mind that when I started doing this was when this whole AI is going on, so it's easier to vibe code or to build stuff and just get them outside. So I decided to use Flutter. They use Dart, a programming language that I was not aware, and I will say that I'm still like not familiar with it. Like I understand some concepts, but to be honest, like I'm not very familiar. Like I get the general idea. Something that Dart uses is functions, so I know how functions work, and that's where a lot of the magic happens. So I'm comfortable with that. And yeah, so I released my first app. It's a free app, and it's on the Play Store and App Store. I think it's called Google Play actually, and the App Store. A few challenges even for a free app I face, especially with Google Play. I had the most challenges. They were a little bit more strict on some of the information I was putting, like the screenshots that I was using to promote my app, like the ones that you see when you search on the store. Like I think I had the best app or something around those lines, and they were complaining about there were some technical issues that I was having. Well, I didn't notice because when I was developing it, I was in testing mode, and I found out that like there's different environments for the app. in Flutter when you're releasing it. It was like test mode or debug mode and release mode, and I didn't enable some of those rules, so people that were testing the app on Google Play were having issues logging in. And yeah, so what's the difference now from the previous project? Well, this time there's an app. You can just tap and you have access to your shopping list. No need to sign in, no need to open your browser. About the domain, I know that I mentioned that before. You have to go to grossi.solucion.1. Now I have a domain called grossi.app, so way shorter. It fits with the product, which is an app, but that domain is not to use it, at least not yet. Right now that domain it's like a landing page, so people can go to it and download it in their devices. We're currently supporting iPhone and Android. And yeah, just wanted to give a quick update. It was challenging, but it was way faster than the web app, probably because I use AI. And with the web app, when I started, like, this whole AI stuff was not as popular, so it took me, like, I'll say about a year to develop the web app. This one, I started working on it in, I think it was by the end of October of last year, 2024. So technically maybe like November, December, January, February, March. But I think I released it on February. So actually like 4 months took, like 1/3 of the amount that it took me to do the previous one. And probably because I had like an idea of what I wanted to build. It was more like converting the code. And yeah, that happened. So what's next? Currently I've been working on some cool AI features. I think it's worth to mention that part of the reason I deliver quicker is because a lot of the features were not included from the previous version, and part of that is because you want to release something out. Like, I waited to release the web app with all of these features, and to find out that yeah, people like were not interested. Like, probably could have gotten some people, but like I was trying to use the product that I was like promoting, and even myself, I was like, you know what, like, this is not a good experience. So the lesson there was to just build something, try it, and see how it feels. This time I released it, and it was, as I mentioned, a free version. You can add your recipes, you can add single items, and it works. It's actually useful. It feels good. We use it all the time. Now we're adding new features which are gonna include AI. Those are coming out soon. Probably today's March 27. Probably next month is April, mid-April maybe. I might have some challenges with the Google Play and also App Store, because this time I'm gonna involve a subscription. So since the app is gonna be available in different countries, like they have different rules, regulations, and also when you're dealing with payments, like, you need to be very specific of what you're selling, what type of information you're asking from the users, not just with payments, but just in general, like the information that you're requesting. So yeah, that's where we are. I just wanted to give a quick update, and yeah, we pivoted. So I'll continue sharing. I'll make sure that I post it in the social medias whenever this release is out there. I created a social media like presence for Grossi currently don't have much content. Probably some of them have like an empty profile, so I'll link those on the description, so in case you wanna like follow up, because eventually I'm gonna start posting stuff, and I have some other cool ideas about that, so stay tuned. And for the people that supported me on the web app, thank you. I really appreciate that you took the risk and pay a few bucks to support. Like, that's appreciated. I'll make sure to keep track of those emails, and I'll give you guys free access to the next version forever. And yeah, let's continue building. See you guys.